Hey, I'm Cass from Clutterbug. I am a professional organizer, the host of HGTV's Hot Mess House, and I have 4 books teaching people to organize, which is a little bonkers because the truth is I'm a naturally messy slob. I am not an organized person, and yet I've discovered ways to have organization, simple, attainable solutions that anyone can do even if you're not naturally organized. So I'm going to take you on a home tour because I want to show you a real life organized home. This isn't Pinterest. This isn't like staged or fake. This is how my family actually lives every day, and it's always tidy. This is the door we use when we're entering our house through the garage, and I love having a little command center right here for all the things my kids have in their backpack, like artwork and papers that need to be signed, which used to be just piled everywhere. And speaking of piles, we used to have a lot of coat and shoe clutter, especially right at the front door. We had a closet. Nobody used it but me. Everybody would just drop their backpacks and everything on the floor. So I demoed the closet and opted for this really big sort of hook and cubby system. I don't love looking at it. The kids are at school right now, but usually this is filled with like coats and backpacks. But I'd rather see it than have to step on it and pick it up. So opting for hooks for my kids who are visual organizers has solved our clutter problem when you first enter the home. And I installed some extra hooks for myself. I was really sick of fighting for hook space with my kids and husband, so I installed an Alpha door rack system just so I have my own space. All my coats and like gloves, everything I drop when I come in the door, I now have a space to put it right here on the back of the door. The other half of the room is my craft room, and this is like my favorite space in the entire house. I love it because I don't have to see all my craft supplies. They're hidden behind these cabinets, but also because I'm kind of lazy and messy, it's all about drawer dividers and bins and baskets. So when I'm done crafting, I just open a drawer and toss things away. I have all these like secret hidey spots, but it stays organized because I'm using really simple solutions, and I love that it just looks like a clean space all the time. Across from my craft room is my office, and this is one of my favorite rooms in the entire house, even though it's only 9 by 9. It's such a small space, and we have 2 desks. Emily and I both work in here every day, but it has so much storage. And it's pink. I love the pink, but I love that it has everything I need and more, including this huge command center where we plan, we have our calendars, and I store all of my to-do paperwork right here. Because this space is so small, we have to have lots of shelving to take advantage of that vertical space. Inexpensive shelving can look fabulous with the right storage, and I especially love using Big So boxes because they are so beautiful. They come in so many colors, including pink, which I love. I label them with really big labels so it's obvious where everything goes, but I feel like even though this is holding so much stuff, it doesn't feel cluttered. These storage boxes hold all of my camera equipment on this black shelf, and they hold all of my paperwork and all of my office supplies, but you would never know. It just kind of looks like decor. So I really love this space because it's practical, it's functional, and it's pretty. Right next to my office is my daughter Izzy's bedroom. This room is only 9 by 10, but it does a lot of things. It also has a lot of things. Izzy is a butterfly, which means she's a really visual organizer. She wants to see her things, but she needs fast, easy solutions. She does make her bed every day, which I appreciate, and sometimes she even takes out the dirty dishes. In truth, most of the time, I just shut the door of this room, and I like the way it looks from the other side of the door. Right across the hall from Izzy's room is her bathroom. This is actually like a pretty good sized bathroom. It has a ton of storage, but she used to leave everything on the counter because she's so visual. She wants to see all of her products. So we got this little adorable Lazy Susan for all of her everyday bathroom products, and now it's always tidy. And when she cleans her bathroom, she just has to lift it up and wipe underneath, and no more 20 million bottles all over the bathroom counter. This is my laundry room. It's actually the only unfinished room in the house. It's kind of like a dungeon up in here. It's also the utility room and really the only storage space I have in the entire house. But that doesn't mean I hate everything. I actually really love this organizing system that my husband built for a couple of reasons. One is I have this huge space here for folding. Not that I fold, but if I wanted to fold, I could. And then above it, I have a pegboard for all of my go-to cleaning supplies, so it's really easy just to grab everything. But my favorite part is definitely underneath. He built this spot that can hold 4 laundry hampers, so either the empty ones, but also the full ones. No one in my home likes to put away their clothes right away, so I take it out of the dryer, I do like a quick kind of sort of fold, and then we slide the baskets in here for every family member. They can come down and grab the basket when they're ready to put their clothes away. So this really keeps our home clutter-free. Because this laundry room is so small and has so many duties that it has to do, I love this Elfa door rack for all of my cleaning supplies, my rags and sponges, even the mop hangs on the back of the door, the dusters. It's all really easy to access, but it doesn't take up a lot of space, so I can open the door and you don't even see it, but I definitely have now a dedicated home for all of my cleaning supplies. My house is pretty small. It's only 1,400 square feet. There's 5 of us, oodles of pets. So every room does multiple duties. And this is our downstairs family room, and it wears a lot of hats. This is where we watch TV, this is where we play video games and board games, but it's also our spare bedroom and the place where the kids have sleepovers all the time. And the back half is actually Joe's office, where he works from home every day. So there's a lot going on in this room, but it always stays pretty tidy, and there's a couple of reasons why. The first is because there isn't a lot of stuff in here. I decluttered everything that wasn't really necessary, except throw pillows. I feel like throw pillows are very necessary. But we also have some storage that's really helpful, like an ottoman for all our extra blankets, and using things like trays and baskets to hold remotes and all of the little cords and cables and extras that usually end up cluttering up a family room. Right at the top of the stairs is my pantry. This is actually supposed to be a coat closet, but we don't enter from our front door, so this was a catch-all closet for us, basically where I stored junk I didn't need. Changing this into a pantry, I feel like it changed the way I feel about this house and my kitchen, and I used an Alpha system just to put in some inexpensive shelves, and I love the way this transformed everything about how we store our food. I especially love all the beautiful jars and the baskets. I feel like I have my life together every time I open this pantry, and it actually stays tidy like this all the time because everything has a really designated home. All the kids' snacks go in this awesome little cart at the bottom, so it's really fast and easy for them to make their lunch. And then all of the sauces and pastas and grains are up at the top. Joe and I have our snacks in this handy little Lazy Susan here. And because everything's so zoned, it's easy to find what we need. It's really easy to put away the groceries. And I'm telling you, the pantry looks like this all the time. I didn't stage it. I didn't tidy it. This is what our pantry looks like on a daily basis. This kitchen is definitely the room that I despise the most in this house. I don't really like much about it. It's original 1979. I did stain it black. Wish I wouldn't have. I'm craving a light, bright white kitchen. And all of these cabinets, I mean, on camera, I feel like it looks bigger than it is. These are very small cabinets. I can't even fit most of my dishes that I had when we moved here in here, but I'm trying to bloom where I'm planted. I'm trying to make the best of this kitchen. And one thing that I feel like has had the biggest impact is reducing clutter on the counter. Clutter attracts clutter, and I used to have a ton of appliances and a bunch of stuff, which means I was laying everything else, and every surface in this kitchen was just piled with stuff. Now I only have my favorite things on the counter, my coffee maker and food, and that's it. I love having fresh fruit out on the counter, and we have a spot for all of the veggies. And then I shouldn't eat pastries. but I love pastries. So having these cake domes means that I can have fresh like croissants or muffins, or when I bake cookies, always out on the counter and easy to access. And I don't know, it makes me happy. Every morning I have a coffee and a muffin and I'm just like, I love my kitchen a little bit more. But there are some organizing things in here that are really working to make my life easier that I definitely want to share with you. And the first is having a little command center here on the side of the fridge. So we have our calendars, we have all of our meal planning and our grocery list, and of course some like pens and things, always easy to access. So I'm not having just like handwritten notes all over like I used to. I also really love this tea and coffee cabinet. I don't know why, but it makes me so happy. My favorite organizer of all time is the tea organizer at the top. Each of them holds 8 boxes of tea, and I'm a tea lover. So this cabinet, just having everything super organized, I'm usually not someone who decants stuff, but this is worth it because every single morning it just makes me smile. Because this is an older kitchen, I have a lot of space on top of the fridge, which was like nothing up there. Just adding some huge baskets means now I have a spot for all our big bags of chips or popcorn or those other huge snacks that otherwise don't have any place to go. And my other favorite system here in the kitchen is definitely this baking cabinet. I love to bake, and this is where I stand when I'm baking. So instead of going back and forth to the pantry, I decluttered some stuff I wasn't using and created a baking cabinet. So everything from sprinkles to like chocolate chips, all the things I need are right here. And I hung the measuring cups right on the door because again, right beside the sink, super fast and easy. I've really tried to maximize just every square inch of this very small kitchen. This is the upstairs living room where I spend most of my time because it's nice and quiet. And honestly, it always looks really tidy because there's a lot of hidden storage. The coffee table opens up and we keep a lot of kids' toys in here and games, and all of our family photos are here in the drawer too. And I have baskets all over the place for the dog's toys and the dog's treats. But my favorite hiding spot is definitely this little black armoire. I call this my random clutter catcher, and it's where I put things like gift cards and random candles. If I have something in my home that I don't know where it should go, it goes in the armoire. And that is a must. Having a place for random clutter keeps your home tidy long term. So just down the hall, we have the kids' bathroom, and then Milo's room is right here. Milo's 10 and he's probably the tidiest of all 3 of my kids. His room is just always really neat, but I think his organizing solutions play a really big part in that. This 3-tiered cart is probably my favorite thing in his room. He loves to color and draw, and everything he uses, whether it's homework or just being creative, it's right here, and he's always putting things back when he's done with it. So it's keeping his desk really clutter-free. I also love inside his closet. The top of Milo's closet has lots of bins and big baskets for all of his stuffed animals and like toy rotation, all his extra bedding, and little mementos that he wants to keep. But it's this bottom stackable drawer that I love the most. We were able to sort of ditch the idea of a dresser and go with these inexpensive bins instead. They stack, they have drawers, so they're perfect for all of his pants. He can quickly put away his clothes super fast. And I just find like this is one of my favorite organizing solutions for kids, and it's crazy affordable. Across from Milo's room, we have like this little cubby. This is all our kind of bathroom storage. It's kind of like a linen closet. And I used to have big bins in here, but my kids are really visual, so they would forget about anything that was in this closet. So now we have all of these organizers. They're part of the everything collection, and I love them. I love them because my kids can see all the extra things that we have. We have medicine and first aid and all of like the sunscreen, everything you can see at a glance, so they're actually using it. We're not just buying things over and over again, and it's staying organized too. This is Abby's room. I think this room is so pretty. We actually just redid this room for her 14th birthday, and some things are really working. Like above her desk, we have this awesome shelving. It's the alpha shelving, and it just creates so much more storage in this room. All of her books are on there, all of her like knickknacks and candles, but she still has all of the desk space. So I love that. I think my favorite thing in this room though is her new closet organizing system. She used to really struggle to keep her clothes tidy and she never wanted to put away her laundry, but now she just has so much space, and the pull-out drawers at the bottom mean that it's really easy for her to just toss her clothes away. So not everything has to be hung, but it almost doubled the storage using this Alpha closet system. I'm a true believer that the right closet organizing system can really help keep your bedroom tidy. I feel like it is such an important part of home organization, and it's definitely helping this room stay neat. The last room on my tour is my bedroom. I don't know what to say about this space, except that I totally try to make this a priority in my life so that it always feels like an oasis. I do have a really small master bath off of here, but I also have a very small closet. So I wanted to share my favorite tip if you have a small closet. I share this with my husband, and my favorite way to organize a small closet is to give a his and hers section. So get a closet organizing system that has shelving in the middle and 4 rods. I also love having lots of bins and baskets because I'm not a folder. So when I put away laundry, I literally just toss it into these beautiful baskets, but it always looks really tidy. I keep things like my PJs in here, bathing suits, workout clothes, camisoles, anything that I don't care if it gets a little wrinkly. And I also think it's important to have your laundry hamper, and I like that this one's tucked away in the closet. It isn't a lot of space, but it feels really organized because I'm using the right system for my organizing style. A big thanks to the Container Store for partnering on today's video. I really wanted to show you an attainable, realistic, organized home. And I have a lot of stuff. You don't have to be a minimalist to have a home that's organized and tidy. You just need to find the right organizing solutions. I have too many craft supplies, but I love that my kid can make a project at 8 o'clock at night and not have to go to the store for things that she needs. I have too many board games and throw pillows and camera equipment, but you can still have all your favorite things and an organized home. I'm going to put a link down below to all my favorite organizing solutions and products that I used in my home, so make sure you check that out. And thanks so much for watching. I hope you hit that subscribe and like button, and I'm going to see you back here next week for another organizing video. I'll see you then. Hey guys, thanks so much for those of you who have stayed to the end. This is Amigo. She is a Chihuahua, and I'm watching my parents' Chihuahuas for the next 3 weeks. It's already been 7 days. They are elderly. They shiver a lot. What's up with that? Oh, thank you. That's so... Oh, I love you too. Her breath smells like a dead fish, but we love her. She is deaf, blind, and has dementia, so she needs to be carried everywhere and hand-fed and given water, but they're growing on me at first. The first 5 nights, it was crazy because you want to meet Bandit? Here he is. This is Bandit. Bandit loves to be cuddled and wants to be held 24/7, but also wouldn't let me touch him for the first 5 days or he would bite me. So he would cry to cuddle, but if I tried to pick him up with hands, he would bite me. He also likes to sleep on top of me, but he bites me if I roll or move at all in my sleep. So on the plus side, I've become a very still sleeper. Hi. We're becoming friends, right, buddy? Yeah. See that? They're growing on me. The thing about Chihuahuas is they just take some time to warm up. My advice, if somebody asks you to babysit their dogs for a month, just say no. Say you're going on vacation. Better yet, book yourself a vacation. Tell them it was already booked. Trust me, it'd be better off. Don't do it, friends. I love them. I'm loving them, but this is a big commitment. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.